The idea of a flat Earth may seem absurd to many of us. We have all seen the pictures from space, the globe in our classrooms, and learned about the Earth's curvature. Yet, the belief in a flat Earth persists, even in the 21st century. It has become a topic of debate, with proponents passionately defending their views. The flat Earth theory has been around for centuries. It predates modern science and relies on a different interpretation of our observations. This theory posits that the Earth is a flat disk, surrounded by an ice wall that holds back the oceans. It challenges everything we know about astronomy, physics, and our place in the universe. The resurgence of the flat Earth theory in recent years is intriguing. It speaks to the power of misinformation and the allure of alternative explanations. This is not just about proving the Earth is round, it is about understanding the importance of critical thinking, scientific literacy, and the value of evidence-based reasoning. One of the main arguments used by flat Earth proponents is that the Earth appears flat to our senses. When we look around, we don't see a curve, the horizon appears flat, and we don't feel ourselves tilting or spinning. However, our senses can be deceiving. We have evolved to perceive the world on a human scale. Our brains are not equipped to intuitively grasp the vastness of the Earth and its curvature. Think about an ant walking on a basketball. From the ant's perspective, the surface of the basketball would appear flat. Similarly, our everyday experiences on Earth do not provide us with the sensory input needed to perceive its curvature directly. The flat appearance of the Earth is an illusion, a trick of perspective. Flat Earth proponents have constructed a framework of arguments to support their beliefs. These arguments often rely on misinterpretations of scientific concepts, selective use of evidence, and a rejection of established knowledge. One of their central claims is that the Earth is a flat disk covered by a dome, often referred to as the firmament. This dome, they argue, encases the Earth and separates it from the heavens. They propose that the Sun and Moon are much smaller and closer to Earth than scientists claim, moving in a circular pattern above the flat plane. Another key tenet of flat Earth theory is the existence of an ice wall surrounding the perimeter of the disk. This ice wall, they believe, prevents the oceans from spilling over the edge. They often cite Antarctica as evidence of this wall, claiming that it is not a continent but a ring of ice encircling the entire Earth. While these arguments may seem compelling on the surface, a closer examination reveals their flaws and inconsistencies. The idea of a spherical Earth is not new. In fact, it has been accepted by scholars and scientists for over 2,000 years. The ancient Greeks, renowned for their contributions to mathematics and astronomy, were among the first to provide empirical evidence for the Earth's curvature. One of the most famous experiments was conducted by Eratosthenes of Cyrene in the 3rd century BC. Eratosthenes, the chief librarian at the Library of Alexandria, heard about a well in Syene, modern-day Aswan, Egypt, where sunlight reached the bottom of the well on the summer solstice. On the same day, Eratosthenes measured the angle of the sun's rays in Alexandria, which was located north of Syene. He observed that the angle of the sun's rays in Alexandria was different from the angle reported in Syene. Using geometry and the distance between the two cities, Eratosthenes was able to calculate the Earth's circumference with remarkable accuracy. This experiment demonstrated not only that the Earth is a sphere but also provided a method to measure its size. Gravity's pull evidence for a spherical Earth. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence for a spherical Earth comes from the force of gravity. Gravity is a fundamental force that attracts any two objects with mass towards each other. If the Earth were flat, gravity would not behave as it does. On a flat Earth, the force of gravity would pull everything towards the center of the disk. However, this is not what we observe. The force of gravity is relatively uniform across the Earth's surface. This observation is consistent with a spherical Earth, where gravity pulls everything towards its center, creating a uniform force across its surface. Furthermore, if the Earth were flat, objects thrown upwards at an angle would follow a straight path. However, we know that projectiles follow a curved trajectory due to the Earth's rotation and gravity. Pictures from space satellites and the round Earth. In the age of space exploration, we have irrefutable evidence of the Earth's spherical shape. Satellites orbiting our planet have sent back countless images and videos that clearly show the Earth as a globe. These images, taken from various angles and distances, provide a comprehensive view of our planet's curvature. The International Space Station, for instance, orbits the Earth at an altitude of approximately 400 kilometers or 250 miles. From this vantage point, astronauts on board the ISS have a unique perspective of our planet. They can observe the Earth's curvature as they circle the globe every 90 minutes. Numerous satellites used for communication, navigation, and weather forecasting rely on the Earth's spherical shape for their operation. These satellites are positioned in specific orbits around the Earth to provide global coverage. Their functionality would be impossible if the Earth were flat. Debunking the conspiracy. NASA and the scientific community. Flat Earth proponents often accuse government agencies, particularly NASA, of perpetrating a massive conspiracy to deceive the public about the true shape of the Earth. They claim that NASA and other space agencies are fabricating evidence, manipulating images, and suppressing information to maintain the illusion of a spherical Earth. However, these accusations are unfounded and lack any credible evidence. NASA is a civilian agency that is transparent in its operations and research. Its findings are subject to peer review and public scrutiny. Thousands of scientists and engineers work at NASA, and it is highly improbable that such a large-scale conspiracy could be kept secret for so long. Moreover, the scientific community is composed of researchers from diverse backgrounds and institutions worldwide. The idea that NASA and the entire scientific community are colluding to deceive the public about the shape of the Earth is simply not plausible. The psychology of belief. Why flat Earth theories persist. Despite the overwhelming evidence supporting a spherical Earth, the flat Earth theory persists. This raises questions about the psychological factors that contribute to the persistence of such beliefs in the face of contradictory evidence. One explanation lies in the way our brains process information. Our brains rely on shortcuts and heuristics to make sense of the world around us. These shortcuts can sometimes lead to cognitive biases, which are systematic errors in thinking that influence our judgments and decisions. Confirmation bias, for example, is the tendency to seek out and interpret information in a way that confirms our pre-existing beliefs, while avoiding or dismissing information that contradicts them. Furthermore, the internet and social media have created echo chambers where individuals are exposed only to information that aligns with their existing beliefs. The allure of conspiracy distrust and the rejection of authority. The belief in conspiracy theories, such as the flat Earth theory, is often rooted in a deep-seated distrust of authority figures and institutions. Conspiracy theorists tend to believe that those in power are engaged in elaborate schemes to deceive the public and maintain control. This distrust can stem from various factors including personal experiences, social inequalities, and a perceived lack of transparency from those in positions of authority. In the case of the flat Earth theory, proponents often express a distrust of scientists, government agencies, and educational institutions, viewing them as complicit in perpetuating a false narrative. The allure of conspiracy theories also lies in their ability to provide a sense of order and control in a chaotic world. Conclusion: embracing evidence and the wonders of a spherical Earth. The flat Earth theory, while intriguing from a psychological and sociological perspective, is ultimately not supported by scientific evidence. The overwhelming consensus among scientists is that the Earth is a sphere, and this conclusion is based on centuries of observation, experimentation, and technological advancements. From the ancient Greeks to modern-day astronauts, humanity's understanding of our planet has evolved over time. We have gone from observing the shadows cast by the sun to launching satellites into space, each step providing further confirmation of the Earth's spherical shape. The beauty of science lies in its ability to self-correct and refine our understanding of the universe. While it is important to question assumptions and challenge existing knowledge, we must also be willing to accept evidence that contradicts our beliefs. In the end, the evidence for a spherical Earth is overwhelming. Let us continue to explore, to learn, and to marvel at the vastness and complexity of the universe we inhabit.